I wanted to just touch on, Reg, you said the world or you said the words that P saved you. And I know you're halfway joking, but I do think it's a good parallel for a lot of our listeners, just like the power of relationships. Because, the word around you before you were on the Clippers, maybe not the best. Is Reggie going to keep playing? And having a friend like Paul, not just a guy that's in the NBA, but an all-star who I think everyone watching knows that all-stars do have a little bit of say of, in my opinion, as a fan, they have a little bit of say on what the team is doing. I want to know that intricacy on how that works. But you come over to the Clippers, Reg, and there's some injuries, and it revived your career in my opinion. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, obviously, you know that, but you got an opportunity to play and you did really, really well to the point where the Clipper fans were more excited to see you than they were Paul the other day. But talk a little bit about how that works, P, on getting Reg, to the Clippers or having something to do with it. Obviously, you got to give credit where credit's due. Not trying to take away from Reg again on his hard work, but how does that work? And just talk about the relationship and how that can be so beneficial just in life.
You want to answer, Reg?
Shoot, for me, it was just people probably wouldn't really remember, but it was great. Like going to Detroit at the time, I think we made the playoffs like the first time in 8 or 10 years. So that was like my fifth season or fifth, sixth season. It was great trying to make a name for myself after OKC. We started off well. Like the next year, first 20 games, I think we're top 3 team or get hurt. The following year, we do it again. First 20 games, top 3 teams, I get hurt. Then we get Blake, my fourth season in Detroit. And we make the playoffs, lost to a young Giannis, up and coming. We found out with the Milwaukee Bucks, who they became to be at the time. And then that fifth year, I think we even got Derrick Rose. So we started to get pieces. I was excited. And the last injury, final blow, was like my back. So in 3 out of 5 seasons, I'm hurt. Like always working, trying as hard as I can, want to kind of prove my name. But couldn't really stay healthy. So it wears upon you. It's a mental challenge, definitely a physical challenge, but I think mentally it was more beating me up than anything, trying to come back from injuries all the time, watching your peers have success around you, not really having a chance to try to chase these accomplishments that you hope to attain one day. So that was cool. Like I was very blessed. I knew I had made my money. I was extremely blessed for that. Very disappointed that I couldn't necessarily play up to the status I would love to have a chance to. So I was cool being able to walk away from the game. Honestly, after my last year in Detroit, I was cool with the contract once it was going to be done to be able to step away. It would have been 9 seasons. Would have been very thankful. But after being able to sit down in my circle, really sitting down, talking to my brother, feeling like I had something still in the tank. And then you got your your boy right here, P. Like I said, one of my best friends, my brother for life. He kind of hit me up and was like, yo, I got a spot for you. Come run with me. He knew I was down in the dumpsters. He knew I was
Coach
done.
P.
Like I hadn't talked to many people, but I was like, yo, P, I'm cool. Like he was like, nah, bro, I got like come play. And I was like, no, when this year's done, like I'm cool. It's over. And like I'll come watch. I was like, yo, P, I'm gonna go do whatever I do. I'll come watch you and support you. Whenever you in my city, if you want to pull up, like of course you're my boy. I'll watch games here and there, but I was cool trying to figure it out, move on to the next chapter. And now I have to sit down, like I said, in my circle talking really heavy with my brother, having P basically like, he really was like, I got you. He's like, for a year, I got you. Like, I'll take care of you mentally. I'll be in your corner. I was like, all right, like, why not? So showed up, things, went real well. It's always touching, bro, for me, but like things, they didn't go well in the bubble necessarily. But so after that, it was like just like one more run. Give me one more run, like, and we'll figure it out. I was like, all right, bro. Like, it'll be cool to say I did 10. So did the 10th year, and then that was the year, right after might have been right after COVID. Everybody's unfortunately up and down, P, Kawhi sometimes Marcus Moore, sometimes Pat Bev. Like we got a great team, but guys are just in and out, and unfortunately getting hurt here and there, and then just having really like having P believe in me, having guys, my peers believe in me, and then having T. Lou really just amazingly how he coached, the way he instilled confidence in me, the way he worked with me, like just working to play, allowing me to really be aggressive, be myself, getting acclimated with the guys. It was a great locker room. That year, really having success that year really reminded me like there was still something left in the tank, and then there was still something I wanted to chase. Like I wanted to rewrite the way I would walk away from the game. So after that, it's just been a blessing to continue to still play. So honestly, like if that call didn't come, I wouldn't be a champion. So it's funny how life works, and it's not. You need great people around you to pick you up when like you can't pick yourself up at times. So I'm always thankful for my boy, for our relationship, everything that has transpired throughout our lives, and we're gonna be locked forever. So I'm always thankful.
Yeah, that was just my dog, man. Yeah, that was very heartfelt right there. Very heartfelt right there, Reg.
There you go, Reg.
That was my dog, man. I just knew Reg had a lot left in the tank, and where we were at with the Clippers, I thought one of the positions that we needed to kind of strengthen was the point guard play. And I was just like, man, this is a perfect situation. You know what I mean? And we've throughout our careers up until that point, we've always talked about playing on the same team. And it was just like a no-brainer. I felt like we spent a lot of summers in LA together. I'm here now. What better place to be at? An amazing owner. The team we had was stacked. It was a great locker room. And I was just like, man, this could be a special, place for you. And I think, you can get a lot out of this. And it ended up working out, and Reg, became a fan favorite. I think he really embodied, being a Clipper and what it stood for, and the excitement that he played with. And that run, that 2021 run, that was a special run. Like that was one of my most memorable. I've had some great playoff runs, being in Indiana, those series, those, long playoff runs. But that LA one was up there as one of the most fun ones, because I was out there, when Kawhi went down. It was me and Reg holding it down. And that was one of the most fun times I had. So yeah, definitely shout out you, Reg, man, for, I think just rewriting, like you said, rewriting your history and making a name again for yourself, and, kind of navigating where you wanted to go and how you wanted this thing to finish out. So, that was a great experience, I think, for both of us.
Yeah, it definitely was.
PrizePicks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 5 million members across the country, it is the most fun and exciting way to get in on the action while you watch your favorite sports and players.
You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on PrizePicks. So sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play just $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed.
Whether you think Justin Jefferson will continue to get more targets on Lamar Jackson's passing totals will be a little light this week, PrizePicks has you covered on every option.
Go download the app today and use our code PODCASTP to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. So you can start football season by downloading the app today and using the code PODCASTP to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, run your game.